Married women, how did you confront your cheating husband? 10 years of marriage, a whole decade of memories, promises, and sacrifices. I used to think our anniversary was something sacred, something worth celebrating. But this year, I realized it was the perfect stage for a different kind of celebration, one of truth. I began suspecting my husband, Jason, around month 9 of this year. Little things: an unfamiliar perfume on his collar, a sudden interest in working late, and a newfound addiction to hitting the gym. Although the only weight he seemed to be lifting was his phone away from my view. He'd laugh too hard at his texts and lie poorly about meetings that didn't exist. It was a client dinner, he'd say, even when I'd seen the same restaurant tagged in a woman's story. A woman who didn't know I'd been watching. He used to be bad at lying, but lately, he wasn't just bad, he was sloppy. Like the time he told me he was going to his friend Mark's place to watch a game. I called Mark 15 minutes later. Mark was out of the country. Or the time he claimed his company sent him to a weekend seminar. He came back sunburned, wearing a beach-themed bracelet, with a new pair of sunglasses that weren't his style or his budget. I didn't confront him right away. I let him dig his own grave while I smiled, nodded, and played the perfect wife. Meanwhile, I started collecting screenshots, voicemails, GPS history, bank statements. There was even a hotel bill charged to our joint card. He never thought I'd notice, or maybe he didn't care. Men like Jason think they're untouchable once you've loved them long enough. So I made a plan. I organized a lavish anniversary dinner at an upscale restaurant. I invited all our closest friends and family, his colleagues, my siblings, even his boss. Jason beamed when he saw the setup. "You really went all out for me," he said, kissing my cheek. "Oh, it's all for you." I smiled. The night started smoothly. Toasts, laughter, wine flowing like water. He was in his element, charming everyone, whispering in my ear like we were still in love. Then came dessert. I stood up, tapped my glass gently, and said, "I have a little video for everyone. A timeline of our love, our ups and downs, memories, everything that's brought us here." He didn't suspect a thing. Jason raised his eyebrows but stayed calm. The video began with our wedding photos, our first home, our vacations. Then the screen glitched for effect, of course. Suddenly, a screenshot of a text from Lauren filled the screen. "Can't wait to be wrapped in your arms tonight. Hope she doesn't suspect a thing." The room fell silent. More images followed Jason and Lauren at a hotel. Jason entering her building, thinking no one saw. A selfie of her in my bathrobe, in our bedroom. Jason froze. "What the hell is this?" he growled, standing up. "Truth," I said calmly. "The gift you didn't know you needed." He started to reach for the remote to turn it off, but my brother blocked him. "Nah, man. We're watching this. You humiliated me." Jason barked. "How could you do this in front of everyone?" "Oh, you think this is the humiliation?" I said, pulling a thick envelope from my purse. "This is just Act 1. I opened the envelope. Here are the divorce papers, already signed by me. And this," I held up another folder, "is proof that I transferred all joint assets into my name 3 weeks ago. You didn't notice because you were too busy hiding your affair using our money." His eyes widened. "You wouldn't." I already did. "Also, Lauren, she's been texting me for days. She thought I deserved to know, and now she wants nothing to do with you. Turns out she didn't know you were married." He completely lost it. He threw his napkin, stormed out, then came back in, yelling about how I ruined his life. "No," I said coldly. "You did. I just exposed it." He looked around, faces he knew, faces he needed staring at him in judgment. His boss whispered something to his assistant and stood up to leave. His mother cried quietly. My best friend recorded everything. The moment was cinematic. Jason stumbled toward the door, muttering excuses, then stopped and looked at me one last time. "You'll regret this," he said. I stood tall. I already regret staying as long as I did. And with that, he left. I sat back down, let out a breath I'd been holding for years, and took a bite of the cake he never got to taste. It was bitter chocolate, but it had never tasted sweeter.